for the run. You're not going to come with me to the shower because that would be weird. Okay, I didn't mean to start recording.
What I heard was the beep.
Oh, hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. Shut up. No, I am not out of practice. Anyway, hello, welcome back to the channel. I wasn't actually going to start recording just yet. I was going to compose myself beforehand, but that obviously hasn't happened. Welcome back. Please like, share, subscribe, even though you haven't seen it yet. Just trust that it'll be a banger of a video. This is going to be a bit of a chatty. I can't speak. This is going to be a bit of a chatty get ready with me because we are going to Buddha's heavenly 30th birthday party tonight, and we are going all the way to Worthing. It's about an hour and 22-minute drive. So it is 4:45 now. I need to get in the shower, wash my hair, then I'm going to put some makeup on, sort my hair out, get dressed, and then we are off skis. So it's just sort of a quick get ready, chatty, what do you want to chat about kind of video. And hopefully that is good and not boring. I need to show you guys my makeup, which is sitting down there. I had another spring clean 2025 cleanse of my makeup, which is like my eyeshadow palette, like absolutely everything. I was brutal. And of my makeup brushes and sponges, I cleaned everything, so it's looking quite nice. And today I want to use some bits that I've not really used before, because when you go through your makeup you realise how much firstly you have and what you always reach for and what you don't. Like powders, for example, I always reach for my Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom powder because it is amazing. And I know that when I've watched Molly May's videos on YouTube, she always reaches for Laura Mercier. The only other powder I have, well, I have two, but the only other one I really would use is the Laura Mercier powder. I should have just chucked the other one really. It's a HMB one. I do like it, but it's more for brightening. I wouldn't use it underneath the eyes. I would use it if I wanted to sort of brighten anywhere. But anyway, today I think I'm going to try and use the Laura Mercier one, and we'll see how we go. I'm also going to see if I can use a different concealer. I miss sort of like my Pat McGrath, my Hourglass ones. Again, I always use Huda Beauty. So I want to sort of like mix it up, show you what I would usually use, and then show you what maybe would work in a different way. If it doesn't work, it's going in the bin. No, it isn't. But yeah, welcome back to another video. Let's get ready. I'm gonna go and have a shower. I'm not gonna come with you. What am I talking about? You're not gonna come with me to the shower because that would be weird. But yeah, I'm gonna go have a shower, wash my hair, and then I'll see you in a minute. We are back and we are getting ready. I've got skincare to do now. Lily just nipped out to the shop to grab something. Check your bits, always. So I need to do skincare. I've got my fan to use and then put makeup on and do my hair and attempt all of that and leave in about 40 minutes. So pray for me, but I don't know if I recorded getting ready for my mum's, I'm gonna have to do this, for my mum's party, but I basically sat and had all of my hair crimped by Lee, but it just didn't come out the way that it usually comes out. So I ended up having to re-wash my hair, and then luckily I hadn't done my makeup by this point, but re-wash my hair and go again basically in a really, really short amount of time. So I'm used to getting ready quickly now, which is good, but I'm used to getting ready quickly with the makeup I usually use. Why is that now stinging? Why is this area stinging? That's just not what I need right now, not what I need. But yeah, how is everyone? It's quite exciting for me at the minute. So this will go live probably after, well definitely after, I perform, but I'm a part of a project with Run At It Shouting, which is Run At It Laughing, and we are doing 10 plays. I'm not doing 10 plays, I'm doing one of the plays, but it is 10 plays performing in London. Whew, let's get this dry. Hopefully you can still hear me, but yeah, 10 plays, and I am a part of one, but it's more like a rehearsed reading, which I've not been a part of before, so that's quite exciting. So I don't think I have. So that's quite exciting. Tomorrow, me and Lily are going to London to watch the comedy about spies, which is Mischief Theatre, who are my idols in the theatre world. So we're going to watch that. It's a matinee. It's also the London Marathon tomorrow, so that's exciting. So we're going to go and cheer everyone on. Hopefully that'd be really cool if I could see Zoe Ray running. Tis but a dream. I might track her, because you can get like the tracking apps for the runners. So I might track her and sort of see if we can catch her at any point. But we're gonna probably go from Dartford straight into London, because the theatre's like not too far from Charing Cross. So we can just go there. My battery's gonna die. That's so weird. As I said, my battery's gonna die. It's going orange. So I don't know how much longer we'll get, but I'm gonna try and get the maximum amount that I can from this battery before I go on to the next one. I just know I don't have a lot of time. I want to be leaving here. We need to get there at 8. It's an hour and 22 minutes. So what's that? 6:38 is the latest that we can leave. It is 5:58 at the minute. So that gives me 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna get my sponges out. This is not the most aesthetic, excuse me, background, but we're working with limited time here. So Clomana sponges, elite, absolutely elite. This one is actually one of the older ones. It says Coco Cosmetics by Chloe, which is her brand before she rebranded to Clomana. So I've got the one for under the eyes, and I've got the 2 marshmallow sponges. I probably won't need both of those, but we are gonna see. And I think those are the only 2. I've got quite a few sponges in here that I'm gonna need. I've got out my Trigwell Cosmetics powder puff, and that is just ISO clean, so I don't need to use any of these. Made by Mitchell case here. I usually just get out what I'm actually going to probably use. So this is definitely going to be used. And then let's see what Huda palette we want to go with. I'm not going to do anything crazy. They are quite nice neutral colours in there. I used this one the last time. I think I might try. I love the Empowered one, but let's go with the grunge one today and see how we think with that. Just gonna brush these. Okay, so Bobbi Brown is always the bases that I will use. Face base, eye base, absolutely amazing. Lee's just
sorry.
Does anyone else's boyfriend do this? Like, granted, he is actually doing something to help me, so, but the point is still the same, because he knows he does this every freaking morning. I will be in the shower, like getting ready and whatever. I'll come in here, and you are actually sitting in Lee's cupboard right now. I'll come in here, and where I was standing before is where like I stand to get ready, because that's where like all my stuff is. And I'm looking into the mirror. Lee will come in and just start getting, bear in mind he's dressed, he'll get his hair stuff out, and everyone's probably thinking, oh, don't be harsh to Lily, poor little Lily. But no, but he's had like an hour and a bit while I'm like, TMI, using the loo, while I'm like having a shower, washing my hair, brushing my teeth. Like, I'm gone for a decent amount of time, but he just sits in bed on his phone, and he waits for the moment I step back in the room and I'm trying to do my skincare in the mirror to go, that's a fantastic time to spray my aftershave, to brush my hair, to do anything that requires standing directly in front of my eye line.
Gone on sparkly or that product that was on it. It still feels the same. Should I get isoclean maybe on though?
No, just leave it soaking in the warm water.
I'll just leave it in the water.
Yeah, leave it in it. Okay. We've got one brush at the minute that I used this Shine Slime for my mum's 60th party last week, and I used that brush, and ever since I've like tried it in water, I've ISO cleaned it twice, it still feels gunky, which isn't fantastic obviously, but such is the modern world. Do we think that we are going to be ready to leave by 6:38? I hope so. I hope so. I will just finish in the car otherwise, like, although I've got to do my hair. But I don't want to do anything OTT because it could potentially be quite an emotional evening. So I do just want to go nice, and I want to look nice, but I don't want to go over the top. I think I'm going to wear maybe my pink dress because I love that dress. I remember when we did one event on the SU, it was like a fancy dress night. I can't remember the theme of it, but I went as just finished a night out. And so I stuck an eyelash like here. I had half my makeup sort of done but down my face. I had pillows in my pajamas. I do the coolest fancy dresses because I am comfortable. I don't want this to, I do need this to dry down, but I'm going to do my eyes first. So let's grab a concealer to do my eyes with. What one do we want to go with? Should we go Hourglass? Let's give, or do we do eyebrows first? Let's do eyebrows first because that's what I usually do. I need to try not to grab what I usually go for, but then when I'm now sort of on a bit of a time crunch, I'm like, maybe I need to. Maybe I need to. Right. That just fell off. So we have to, that can just go in there. The nib of that just fell off and I do not have time to fix it. I know fixing it is generally just sharpening it, but still. I am not good at eyebrows, so I'm literally just gonna fill them in a little bit. I saw one girl the other day that she literally drew around her eyebrow and I was like, love you for that, but I don't think I am that skilled. I always have to tell like people that do my eyebrows to leave this bit, like, because my eyebrows don't match, and I like that about them. They're sisters, they're not twins. As you can tell by the fact that I've done that completely different, so that's great. It's just like that. Okay, brow gel. What brow gel? I might just do a face of what I usually do. ABH brow gel never lets me down. I like it. It sits there quite nicely. It keeps my brows in place. Although I don't know what people mean when they say that, because do people's brows move? Like, mine don't. Like, but I've never been really one to do brows. But I suppose, yeah, I don't know. I'm chatting shit. You okay, Lily?
Yeah, I'm just putting the room back together slightly and then
okay.
what I need to get ready for the
Do we do new stuff, guys? Do we not? I don't know. No, I'm sort of talking to myself. I don't know whether to stick with what I know or use some new things.
the usual one, no stuff, so.
Well, I'm going to just use new things and wait.
I don't need to eat something before I go.
I'll cook something, but you've got time to do that now. Not after. Okay, so we're going to go in with some Hourglass eyeliner, and I hope you guys are ready to copy exactly what I'm doing. So this is Cotton Vanish. Cotton Hourglass. God knows. And now I've got to attempt to find the brushes that I use, because I decided to put all of my brushes in the same thing, which is great and annoying all at the same time, because this is going to dry on my face. There we go. So I'm literally just going to draw around my eyebrows with this, just sort of carve them out and over the top. I don't quite understand the point of this, but it looks good when my makeup's finished. So I don't know whether it basically sort of stops the foundation leaking into your eyebrows. No idea. But basically this is what I'm doing. And I use concealer as an eye base. I don't have any of the funky eye bases. I've always used concealer. I say always. In my most recent of using makeup, like in the last 3 odd years, I will use concealer. Just because I find that my makeup sits nicely on top of it. And using a lighter one is probably good. Because it will brighten around my eyes. So I always see people, again, I am merely copying what other people do. I always see all of the old TikTokers going over what they've done, like batting that in with a sponge. I get cramp, so this is going to be fun. I think because I'm not very hydrated today and I'm stressed. I just hope that, I mean, Hourglass is a good brand, isn't it? Let's test this tonight, because like we said, it's not that deep, but at the same time I still want it to look nice. So let's get all of the nice brushes out, shall we? Shall we? And just put them over here so that we can pick them up. And by nice, I mean the peaches and cream brushes. They had a sale because they're rebranding, and I bought the Essential Face Brush set, and I bought a few like individual brushes as well. So yeah, I'm not really making much sense. I do apologise. Okay, let's go over with Rise Up. All throughout the crease. I don't usually care how messy this goes. That is a bit more purpley than I thought, but that's fine. I'm not going to do anything crazy tonight for an eye look anyway, because yes, it is a 30th, but under the circumstances, I don't know if that's necessarily wholly appropriate. Oh, that's got a bit weird, but okay. And hopefully fix that. I'm gonna say, I'm sure I've got a smaller one. Let's just use, so I used Rise Up, and now I'm just gonna go along my lash line with Hope. Hope that this fucking looks nice. I probably look absolutely fantastic when I'm doing this. I could probably do it this way actually, so you can see what I'm doing. Again, I have no rhyme or reason for what I am doing. I'm just merely sort of accentuating my lash line a little bit. I will tidy it up. Usually what I would then do is go back over with this, just to sort of like buff out any harsher edges and any bits I didn't mean to sort of put where they are. The good thing about Huda Beauty is it does tend to sort of stay even when you go over it. But yeah, I think I'm only fussed for that sort of colour there, and then I might use this one to just add a little bit of the colour Stand Up, which is pink as it seems. Thought it was brown, it's pink. It's just a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glitter. My face shouldn't take me that long, it's usually my eyes that take me the longest, but this is quite quick to be fair for me. I say that, God knows how long I've been doing this. I don't even know, I wasn't even listening when Lee said the last time check. What did he sound like, 6:22, something like that. That'll do, donkey, I think. That'll do. I will always leave any brushes I used on the colours I used, so I can remember to go over at the end. I don't think I'm going to put any lashes on tonight, just because I'm not going to stress myself out, and Buddha would probably laugh at me if I turned up with eyelashes on my face. So I am just going to curl them and put some mascara on. Fail safe is the Pat McGrath. We're doing a few newbies tonight and a few fail safes because it's what we need. I do want to try the MAC mascara. The one that's like the black one with the bowl and the lid. I don't know what it's called, but that is the one I want to try. These eyelashes always piss me off because they always clump together. I'm just hoping they don't do that, but they probably are. As you think they have. That's good. Right, let's put that back in there. Okay, okay. Oof. What have we got? Shade 2, shade 3. Let's go shade 2. A little bit of Elf Halo Glow. Don't forget your neck because it needs to match. I literally do makeup everywhere that you can see. Because it doesn't make sense to me to not do that. I don't really use primers. I just find they don't really work on me. Maybe I'm just not using the right primers. But yeah, I don't really like the Bobbi Brown is my primer. Like that is what I will use. It is called Face Base, and I treat it as such.
Do you want the good news?
What?
Wrexham's tuning up.
Hey!
I've just seen this at half time as I just opened it up. It showed both Rob and Ryan there and Blake Lively's there as well. In case they get promoted.
We support Wrexham. Obviously, a lot of people do. Since the documentary first ever aired, like, me and Lee are football supporters anyway. We'd never supported Wrexham before, so we are football supporters that also sort of followed the crowd a little bit when the Wrexham documentary came out. But yeah, it's currently, this is a game that could put them up for promotion. Did you say 2-0?
Yeah, 2-0 as it stands, they're promoted.
So as it stands, and what's the time?
It's half time, it's just about to kick off.
Oh. Come on, we need Charlton to lose, even though we're going to watch Charlton next week. So that's given me like a nice little base glowiness, which I love. Most of it's come off. Right, let's use Charlotte Tilbury shade 4. This isn't really my shade, but I've been realising lately that I think I saw something the other day that was like, put it on, like put makeup on if you want to look like you have makeup on, which I obviously do. And I was putting on the lightest colours that like matched my skin tone, which yes you are meant to do, but then you are asked like when you're shade matching, like do you want it to like look like you've got makeup on, like what do you want? And I always went with, I need to stop talking when I'm like hitting my throat. I always went with colours that like dead matched my skin tone, and then I'd be doing my makeup and I'd say, oh I look so pale, I look so pale, like hang on, where is the one? Oh god.
All I need to do is just grab a jumper.
It's a gorgeous foundation, but it is so pale, it's ridiculous. Did you hear him? All I need to do is grab a jumper. Where do you think his jumps are? So yeah, it is so pale. So I've been using my darker Charlotte Tilbury shade the past couple of times I've done my makeup, and I've really been liking it. So hopefully I match my chest. We shall see. But I'm going to put some body glow on if not, and just hope for the best. I'm just sort of bringing some of the foundation down so there aren't big gappy gaps. And always remember your ears. So let's whack on. I am going to put the Huda Beauty under my eyes just because I don't have the time to fix anything else, if I'm honest. So let's just do a few dots. So this is Huda Beauty in Cotton Candy, and this is the Colour Correct. I put these on at the same time. I don't know if you're meant to, but it works for me. So do what works for you, but I quite like doing it that way because it colour corrects my eyes. I'll leave them out just in case I need more, and It just works, okay. Right. Lee packed this away for me, so I have to then remember where everything actually has gone. Definitely running late. Oh, that was a bit too much. This is not going to go well because that was a lot. You can sit in here, Lily. I mean, you don't have to, but you can do. You can join us to get ready.
This rice is not cooked at all.
We'll leave it a minute then.
It's not cooked any further.
Well, it is, that's
Hello.
the point of the hot water.
Not really any hot water left.
Sorry, I didn't even say what I just used. So that was the contour one, so it's not really bronzer, but I'll use powder bronzer afterwards, fair to medium. And that just really warms up my cheek area, which I like. It does definitely look like I have a tan, and a lot of people put some there. I don't, I'll just use the excess that's on the brush at that point. I think I've definitely tapped that all over my nose, which was not the plan. Oh well, my nose just looks odd now, but I'll powder that. Blush, what did I use last time? It was really nice. I used Made by Mitchell Strawberry Cream, and I actually really liked it. So let's put some of that on. I know the amount I've just put on looks scary. Let's just hope that I don't scare myself, because I think I will just cry. I don't really have time to fix anything that fucks up, so if it fucks up, we'll just assume that Buddha would find it funny, because he probably would.
There you go, that works.
Yeah. And I'd be like, are you okay? I'd be like, yeah, Buddha would have loved it. Because he probably would have. Like, what the fuck are you lot? I used to use a brush to do the concealer under my eyes. I sort of use a sponge now, and sometimes I then lean into using a brush. Again, use whatever the hell works for you. I like a sponge. I never used a sponge. Like the whole time I've ever done makeup, I've always used brushes and steered away from sponges. And then as soon as I started using sponges, I just preferred it. And I think a lot of people say, oh, it's this type. If you use water, if you use the other type of makeup, you use brush or you use whatever. Use whatever the fuck you want. Like, if you like it, use it. If you don't, don't. That's my TED talk done. Powder. Right, I was going to go and try and use the Laura Mercier powder, which we can give a little go to. I always see Molly May do this. Have I even got any on there? Let's powder some bits down here. Oh no, I don't see Molly May. I see a girl called Caitlin Reagan on TikTok do this. So I don't know what I've just achieved by doing that. I might just powder a few. Go to here. Powder that. Powder that. I will use the Laura Mercier. I mean, to be fair, it is all white, isn't it? Maybe let's just be brave, shall we? It's a bit yellowy, but we can always fix it if it's shocking. I usually do like a pinkier under eye, but we'll give old Mercier a go. It was brightening, give her that. It has like immediately shown creases in my under eye, but it's not bad.
I
like I would use, would I use it? I think I would use it, but it wouldn't be the first thing I would reach for. Like I'm absolutely going to go in with some of this.
You're faithful.
Yeah, massively.
It's just on 22 by the way.
Definitely have to dust some of that away. Jesus. It's going to look like I've used so much powder, gang, but I am about to, like, usually I don't bake. I think the amount and the technique I've just done is sort of baking. We don't bake in this household. That comes straight away. But that has fully brightened my under eye, which I don't usually do. So that's weird. So would I use, do I like the Laura Mercier powder? Not really. No, I don't think I would recommend it. It has very much taken the warmth away from my face, so I need to bring that the hell back. So let's get some bronzer out and go in with some chartreuse. Bring some colour back to my face because we're not having that. I mean, everything should be freaking set. Shouldn't move. I need some colour here as well. That is way too powdery for my liking. Like, I'm not a bright under eye kind of gal. I tried it when I first properly started doing makeup because everyone and their wife was doing it. And I just thought, oh God, that's how you're meant to do it. Not for me. Don't like it, don't like the look, just not a fan. This is my favourite blush and it's a W7 blush. It is Going Out. I'm literally obsessed with the colour of this. It's like so cutely pink. I'm going to put that right up under my eye just because with the Laura Mercier powder took some of the pink away, and I usually do go for a bit more of a pinkier under eye because I use the pink colour corrector, I use pink powder. Yeah, I'm so unhappy with how my under eyes have gone. That's actually really aggravated me because that has creased quite bad. Like, I don't know, let me really, like, if you can see under my eye, I don't know, I'm probably overreacting a little bit, but it is a bit annoying. Okay. Just using the shade Whirl from MAC. What are you sitting there debating?
I'm debating whether this navy blue goes with these jeans or not.
Without seeing it on, I don't really know. From here, no, but it might do when it's on. One thing I need to get better with is, you are on camera by the way.
I'm only just putting this over top of the t-shirt.
That's fine. Is lip liner. It's not the best at it. Yeah, shade Whirl from MAC. Love a bit of whirls. This is a new Hourglass lipstick, but that's a bit dark. So let's find not Ruby Woo. Oh, I used to love this Pat McGrath. Looks like we're going with Pat McGrath. Okay, bit pinkier lip than I was going to go for, but we're doing Pat McGrath, and that is shade Divine Rose. So Ruby Woo, Divine Rose, and then I usually go in with Nude Sticks lip butter on top. I'm gonna need a little lip brush, and I don't know if I have any more. Oh fuck it, we'll use this. It smells incredible. I just don't want to take off. It takes off a fair bit of lipstick. Okay, so what we will now do is put the dirty brushes in here, because I will just put this on top when I'm out. So yeah, Nude Sticks Hydro Peptide Lip Butter, and I will take my lip stuff with me. I will take my concealers with me in case I need to reapply, which means I will take my sponge. I will take my powder, but because I can just shove all this in a bag and then I can reapply if I need to. So let's go in with some Iconic setting spray, just for a nice bit of glue, and give that a dry. I feel like I've got a bit of a handle on my makeup now, and I've used a few different things tonight. I've used different concealer under my eyes, different eyeshadow palette. I have used, what else have I used? Different setting spray. I don't usually use the Iconic one really anymore. I usually use this one, but actually I want to test the All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray. See what the spray's like. So we've got two setting sprays, and we're going to see what they look like for tonight. I hope this video has been like totally boring. I probably will just do my hair off camera and then show you what I'm wearing as like a final look. But I'm really happy with the makeup. I've just got one last thing to do, which is pop a little bit of highlighter. And I want to use, again, something new, which is the Pat McGrath highlighter. I've got other highlighters, but we're going to go with this one. Just on the end of my nose and in my inner corner. I've not used this one yet. I got this free. What brush do I want to use? I don't want a big one. I don't know if that's the right brush, but we're going to go for it. A little bit there, and on the inner corner of my eyes. Tiny bit there, because I don't want to annoy any of the setting spray that I have used. Okay, and then, and then, there's me like, I'm done, and then. Right, let's just whack a little bit more of this on the outer creases, which was, this is the Huda palette, so these are the colours that I had earlier. And always at the end, once I've popped a bit of setting spray on, I will go over with the eyeshadows that I've used. I'm not going to go over with the dark one because I don't want it to drop, but I'm happy to go over with these ones just to top it up. And that is me done makeup wise, so I will see you guys in a minute once I'm dressed. Really late, need to go. Here's the outfit, you can sort of see it in here. It's pink, Guess bag, and then shoes. Love you all, thanks for watching, bye.